Hi, I'm Yasir Al-Wakeel, CEO of Vesalius Therapeutics. Thank you. What attracted you to Vesalius Therapeutics? Well, what resonated most with me was the bold ambition at Vesalius of fundamentally redefining common disease. As an industry, we've been very focused on rare diseases and have made a lot of progress. And understandably, biotech companies tend to gravitate there because they're homogeneous patient populations, often driven by a single causative mechanism, making it much more tractable for drug discovery. With common diseases, on the other hand, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or even heart failure, these are far more complex. They're driven by multiple causative pathways that are often obscured by symptom-based definitions that are usually over 100 years old. At Vesalius, we tackle this head-on. Rather than seeing complexity as a barrier, we actually see complexity as a signal. Our goal here at Vesalius is to make the probability of success in complex diseases approach that of rare diseases. And we're building a platform that achieves exactly that. What is exciting about your platform? Well, at its core, our platform is built on a very simple but powerful idea, and that is that disease is a population phenomenon. In order to understand the causes of disease, you need to study a population at scale. And so to do that, we've built a platform that is unique not only in its approach, but also in its unprecedented scale. Historically, this was incredibly difficult to do. If you look back at, for example, the Framingham study, this was a 75-year longitudinal study that followed 15,000 patients across 3 generations to identify and uncover the causal risk factors for cardiovascular disease like LDL and blood pressure. Now, we can do this in the lab, not only faster, but at much higher resolution, and identify biomarkers that up until this point were very difficult to measure. Essentially, we are recreating nature's randomized trial in the lab. To do this, we've assembled the world's largest repository of human iPSC cells or stem cells coming from thousands of different individuals. This enables us to identify causal biology, new biomarkers, and druggable outcomes without the need for decades of longitudinal follow-up. What is Vesalius focused on? Well, the beauty of this platform is that we can apply our platform to any disease. Our initial focus has been in the space of neurodegeneration, but we're also spending time both in cardiovascular as well as metabolic diseases. In neurodegeneration, the unmet need is very substantial, and there's been little innovation over the past decades. Alzheimer's is a perfect example, where there's substantial burden of disease. Over the past 25 years, the field has been focused on tau and amyloid with limited success. With our platform, not only can we identify novel targets and approaches to address tau and amyloid, but we can also identify completely novel biomarkers, and with that, go after causal biology and drug this in a completely innovative way. Tell us about your business development strategy. Well, business development is a core piece of what we do at Vesalius, and for the very simple reason that in order to reach the broadest set of patients and have the largest impact on disease, we need to partner and work with other companies. GSK, who has spent a lot of time in the stem cell space, realized that we at Vesalius are approaching this problem at an unprecedented scale. And just over a year ago, we signed an $80 million deal upfront, working exclusively with them in Parkinson's disease. So far, the deal has generated terabytes of multimodal data sets, and our physiological AI stack is uncovering new causal pathways for disease. With all that being said, I'm incredibly excited about continuing to scale and innovate at Vesalius Therapeutics. Thank you for your time.